Let me ask you something powerful. If a man already has someone at home, someone he's committed to, living with, posting pictures with, then why is he texting you late at night with heart emojis and I miss you messages? Is it because you're special? Is it because he's going to leave her for you? Or is it because he's getting everything from you without giving up anything? Let's talk about what's really going on. When a man reaches out to you while he's already married or in a committed relationship, it can feel confusing, even flattering. He might say the right things, make you feel wanted, and give you attention that's been missing elsewhere in your life. But beneath the charm and excitement lies a hard truth. He is not choosing you. He's sampling you. There's a difference between being chosen and being convenient. Being chosen means someone is willing to let go of everything else to be with you. It means clarity, it means action, it means being with someone who shows up without hesitation or hidden motives. But when a man already has someone in his life and still seeks you out, he's not offering that kind of choice. He's dipping into another world, one where he gets to enjoy your time, energy, and emotional connection without paying the full price of commitment. It may seem like he's making a big risk by reaching out to you, but the truth is, he's often taking the easy road. He gets the benefit of two women, one for security and another for emotional or physical thrill, without having to face the consequences of either choice. He's not risking anything if you accept it. In fact, you are the one risking your heart, your time, your energy, and your dignity for someone who is not all in. This kind of man often paints himself as the victim in his current relationship. She doesn't understand me, or we're more like roommates than lovers, or I'm only staying for the kids. These lines are designed to keep you close while he remains exactly where he is. He isn't planning to leave. He's planning to have both. And when you allow yourself to be sampled, you might start telling yourself that you're the exception, that you're different, that eventually he'll leave her and be with you. But you don't need to be the woman he escapes to. You need to be the woman someone fights to arrive at and stay with. You deserve more than a stolen moment, more than a late night message, more than a whispered promise that never becomes reality. A man who's truly ready for something real doesn't come to you with lies, excuses, or divided loyalty. He shows up with clarity and courage. He ends what needs to be ended before starting something new. He doesn't try to sample other women while still keeping one foot in a relationship that isn't working. When someone chooses you, there's no ambiguity. You don't have to guess where you stand, but if someone is sampling you, the confusion, the secrecy, and the inconsistency will always be there. The question isn't whether he's good at pretending to care. The real question is, do you want to be someone's backup plan or someone's only plan? The answer to that will always determine whether you feel valued or used. When a man is in a relationship but still reaches out to you, it often has less to do with deep love and more to do with filling a temporary emotional or physical gap in his life. In these moments, he's not looking for a forever partner. He's looking for a distraction. A temporary fix, someone who makes him feel better about his life without actually requiring him to change it. It's easy to fall into the belief that his interest means something more. He might tell you things that make you feel special, like you understand him in ways his partner doesn't. He may make you feel like the missing piece in his complicated puzzle. But the truth is, if he truly saw you as someone he wanted a future with, he wouldn't keep you on the sidelines while continuing his current relationship. People don't keep temporary solutions when they're ready to make permanent choices. This is what makes it so dangerous. You start giving your time, attention, and heart to someone who hasn't even made space for you in his real life. He gets all the benefits of your energy and affection, but you get none of the certainty or security of a real relationship. And slowly, without even realizing it, you become the emotional stand-in, someone he turns to when things aren't going well at home. You become the outlet for his stress, his boredom, his unmet needs, not because you're not worthy of more, but because he's never offered more. The painful part is that you may start adjusting your standards. You may begin to accept crumbs of attention and call it connection. You convince yourself to be patient, hoping one day he'll choose you. You listen to the promises, you wait through the silence, you tolerate the inconsistency, all because you believe that one day it'll all be worth it. But every day you wait in that space, you become more emotionally entangled in a situation where you're not the priority. And when someone doesn't make you a priority from the beginning, it's unlikely they'll do it later. If he can compartmentalize you now, he can do the same to someone else later. You're not in a real relationship. You're filling a role that only exists when it's convenient for him and disappears when life gets complicated. What you deserve is to be someone's first choice, someone who's not afraid to claim you, commit to you, and build a life with you out in the open, not in secret. You don't deserve to be a comfort zone, a release valve, or a fantasy he escapes to when things aren't going well elsewhere. You deserve a real connection that's honest, whole, and unshared. Don't settle for being a filler in someone else's story. You are meant to be the main chapter, not a placeholder. When a man is already in a relationship and still seeks you out, it's rarely about building something meaningful. It's often about getting validation without accountability. He isn't coming to you with honesty and intention. He's coming to feel good about himself, to feel wanted, to feel alive. But none of that has anything to do with truly seeing you for who you are or valuing what you bring to the table. This man is looking to satisfy an emotional hunger without the responsibility of actually committing to you. You become his escape route, not his destination. With you, he doesn't have to explain himself, solve his problems, or confront his emotional immaturity. He just gets to enjoy the high of attention, connection, and desire, without any of the pressure that comes with a real relationship. That kind of behavior isn't about love or respect. It's about ego. Every text he sends, every compliment he offers, every "I wish things were different" moment is designed to keep you emotionally engaged while he remains emotionally unavailable. You might think he's being vulnerable with you, but he's not being accountable. There's a big difference. Vulnerability without action is manipulation. He might open up about his dissatisfaction, his pain, or his confusion. But if he's not actively making changes in his life, then he's just using you to feel understood without doing the real work. And the truth is, people who want validation are not looking for equal partners. They're looking for mirrors. Someone who will reflect back to them the image they want to see, desirable, good, misunderstood, noble even in their mistakes. It's seductive. It makes you feel important, like you're the one who truly gets him, the one person who sees the real him. But ask yourself, what is he actually giving you in return? Is he offering stability, clarity, honesty? Is he showing up fully in your life, or only when it suits him? Real relationships require two people who are both willing to be seen and to take responsibility. But a man who is hiding part of his life from you is not showing up with the maturity or integrity that lasting love needs. He's using your time and energy to prop up his self-worth while giving you nothing solid to stand on. It's easy to mistake his attention for affection, his interest for intention. But intention shows in action, not in words. And a man who truly values you will not place you in a situation that compromises your dignity or peace of mind. He won't ask you to be part of a lie. He won't keep you in the dark or expect you to carry the weight of his indecision. Validation can feel good in the moment, but it's a poor substitute for love. So ask yourself, do you want to be someone's escape, or do you want to be someone's choice? Because only one of those roles leads to real love. When a man is already involved with someone else and still pursues you, he often knows exactly what to say to keep you emotionally invested, without ever committing to anything real. He doesn't need to offer clarity or action, just carefully chosen words that spark hope. Phrases like, "We're not really in love anymore," "I'm staying for the kids," or "You're the only one who truly understands me," are not promises. They are emotional breadcrumbs, just enough to keep you following a path that never actually leads anywhere. It's a strategy, whether conscious or not. He creates a space where you feel emotionally bonded to him, where it feels like you're building something meaningful, but in reality, he's managing your expectations just enough to keep you from walking away. He never fully gives you a reason to stay, but never gives you permission to leave either. You live in limbo, waiting for the day he'll follow through on all the things he's been saying. And in the process, you start telling yourself a story. A story that says you're different from the woman he's currently with, that you're the one who understands him on a soul level, that you're patient enough, loyal enough, loving enough, and eventually that loyalty will be rewarded. You start romanticizing a situation that's actually based on secrecy and emotional imbalance. The sad truth is, the longer you wait, the more attached you become, not because the relationship is growing, but because the hope is growing. Hope is powerful. It's what keeps people stuck in dead-end situations long after the reality has proven otherwise. And hope becomes even more convincing when someone is feeding it to you in small, emotionally charged doses. A late-night message, a deep conversation, a kiss that feels like it means more than it actually does. But here's the danger. When someone keeps you in that emotional gray zone, you stop asking for more. You start settling. You stop requiring actions to match words, and you begin to believe that this is all you're going to get, so you cling to it tighter. That's how you lose years of your life waiting on someone who never had any real intention of changing theirs. Words are easy, promises are cheap when there's no deadline attached. If a man truly wants to be with you, you'll know it not by what he says, but by what he does. He will make space for you, not just emotionally, but practically. He will end one relationship before starting another. He won't put you in a position where you have to sacrifice your self-respect just to be with him. The longer you believe his half-truths, the harder it becomes to face the full truth. But at some point, you have to stop listening to what he says and start watching what he does. If his actions don't align with his words, then it's time to stop hoping and start healing. When a man cheats on his partner to be with you, emotionally, physically, or both, he's not showing you how much he wants you. He's showing you how little he respects commitment. It's easy to fall for the illusion that you're special, that he's breaking the rules because you've awakened something in him no one else could. But the reality is, he's not just revealing how he feels about her. He's revealing who he is at his core. You might tell yourself that the way he treats you is different, that he's softer with you, more open, more emotionally available. You might even believe that he was trapped in the wrong relationship and you're the one who finally brought him back to life. But these are often the stories we tell ourselves when we want something to feel right, even when deep down we know it started wrong. What matters more than how he treats you in the moment is the character he's demonstrating through his behavior. If he's willing to lie to someone he lives with, sleeps next to, shares responsibilities with. What makes you think he won't lie to you when the situation becomes inconvenient? Patterns don't change because of chemistry. They change through growth, accountability, and effort. And if he hasn't shown those qualities in his current relationship, chances are he won't suddenly develop them in the next. Too often, women ignore red flags simply because they're directed at someone else. You might witness him hiding texts, giving half-truths, or justifying his actions, and instead of seeing that as a warning sign, you see it as reassurance that he's trying to be with you. But ask yourself this: if he can look his current partner in the eye and pretend everything is fine while sneaking around with you, what's stopping him from doing the same thing to you one day? The way a person handles their current relationships tells you everything about how they will handle you. If he uses deception and avoidance to manage conflict now, that's his default. Don't confuse passion with integrity. Passion fades, but character remains. Even if he does eventually leave her and end up with you, how that transition happens matters. If it's built on lies, betrayal, and broken trust, there's a good chance your relationship will carry that damage with it. You might always wonder if he's being honest. You might live in fear of becoming the woman he cheats on instead of the one he cheated with . That kind of uncertainty is not the foundation of a healthy relationship. It's the recipe for emotional instability. Don't ignore the message his behavior is sending just because you like the way his words feel. Anyone can say the right thing, especially when it benefits them, but actions tell the real story, and in this story, you're not just witnessing his character, you're experiencing it firsthand. How he treats her is a preview. It's not a glitch. It's who he is when things get hard, and it's exactly who he'll be with you if he doesn't change. When you're involved with a man who already has someone else, it's easy to mistake occasional attention for love and temporary passion for something deeper. But real love, the kind that is secure, fulfilling, and emotionally safe, doesn't come in fragments. It doesn't ask you to wait in the shadows, to settle for stolen moments, or to constantly wonder where you stand. What you deserve is someone who shows up for you with a full body, yes, not a half-hearted maybe. Too many women stay in situationships where the man is only available some of the time emotionally engaged only when it's convenient for him, and constantly feeding them vague hopes about a future that never seems to arrive. You get the midnight texts, the quick calls when he's driving alone, the apologies when he goes quiet for days, but you never get consistency, you never get clarity, you never get the full experience of being loved openly and honestly. And somewhere along the way, you start convincing yourself that these crumbs are a feast. You were not made for half, love. You were not meant to be part of someone's life only when it fits around their obligations to someone else. You deserve to be loved loudly, not secretly. You deserve to be planned for, not fit in. You deserve to be someone's choice in the daylight, not someone's secret in the dark. A man who really wants to build something with you doesn't leave you guessing. He doesn't play tug-of-war with your emotions or keep you on standby while he continues life with someone else. He makes the hard decisions, takes real steps, and clears space for you, not just in his words, but in his life. Anything less is not love, it's a distraction. The hard truth is, if someone isn't ready to love you fully, they shouldn't have access to you at all. Every time you accept less than you deserve, you send the message that you're willing to wait forever, and that delay slowly erodes your self-worth. The longer you stay, the more you start to believe that this is the best you can get. But the moment you decide that your value isn't up for negotiation, everything changes. It's not about punishing him or making dramatic exits. It's about making a quiet, powerful decision that you will no longer accept love that comes at the cost of your peace, that you will no longer compete for attention, affection, or commitment, that you will not share space with someone else in a relationship that should be yours alone. Someone out there is looking for exactly who you are, and he's not going to offer you a slice of his heart. He's going to give you all of it. So stop settling for partial love when what you deserve is something whole, honest, and complete. The right love doesn't confuse you, it claims you.